Hi. So today we are playing the Luigi's Mansion 2. Press A to start. So, yep, my profile. So you actually have to play, uh, select a file obviously. This was the file that I played. And I have finished the game. But I, I, I haven't finished it 100% because I was very much occupied with other games as well. So I did only the story mode and I didn't finish like take 100%. So we are starting with file 2, start. I don't really remember the story to be honest. I think something to do with the moon. I think the moon, let's turn on the volume. That's King Boo. As a game, I really like um, the first one that I played, the third, but this one has a better story in my opinion. Like the other one has better gameplay, this one is better story. We will play as Luigi. Luigi, I need your help, son. It's an emergency. The ghosts have gone hostile. What are you doing on the floor? Never mind that. I'm preparing the pixelator. So, Zay, you are seeing... hold still, young fella. So, Zay, you are seeing Professor Egad, your colleague. Here we go. Egad is like a professor in ghost hunting and ghost exploration. And he's always he's always assisted by Luigi, and that's why he's summoned by Igad Luigi. You will see in a minute. This is also how the game goes in the third one, if that makes sense. So that's Igad and that's Luigi, as I told you. I think Edwin God. Greetings, Luigi. I know our paths would cross again from the first game, if that makes sense, because there are 3 games. Okay, A. You seem a bit tense, son. Relax. We're perfectly safe here in this impenetrable bunker. Anyway, it's been too long, my boy. What have you been up to? I imagine you've been off adventuring with that daredevil brother of yours. Yeah, definitely, like with Mario. Let's turn down the volume a little bit. So yeah, he's definitely like off with Mario, doing stuff with the Odysseys, eh? Helga, you gonna play Odyssey again? Of course I will. We're just playing this one to fight off your nyctophobia. I imagine you've been off adventure with that daredevil brother of yours. Me? Oh, I've just been continuing my research on paranormal happenings and whatnot. In fact, after our last adventure, I became somewhat an of I became somewhat of an authority in the field. Sorry, like that's a tongue twister for a Greek. So, Igadze says that he took a PhD essentially in becoming a ghost hunter, because from the first movie I'm not really sure because I haven't really played it, but I have seen like the wiki of Mario and the franchise, and I know the characters. So basically, Igad was like a person that he was involved in paranormal activity in the Mario universe. He has like a beef with King Boo, something like that, and he took a PhD in universe. Yeah, he's a lecturer. He took like a PhD and he became professor in God, and he's like exploring like a haunted mansion, stuff like that. Um, where's my phone? Ah, okay. So after we read this, oopsie. After we read this like tutorial, that makes sense. We will see like on Wikipedia what is going on with like you know um, with his character arc, how he became a professor. We will learn everything together. But let's see the story for now. And obviously, after we finish everything, we will talk about Bella. In fact, after our last adventure, I became somewhat of an authority in the field, so you know now what I'm talking about. He's a critical religion scholar, just like you. But enough about that. Let me fill you in with our ghostly predicament. See see that on the screen? That there is the dark moon. So these are like fractures for like fragments from like the dark moon, and we will accumulate them as we play, okay? It's a mysterious celestial body that has a pacifying effect on all of the ghosts in Evershade Valley. When I heard about it, I jumped at the rare chance to study ghosts in a peaceful environment. It was incredible, my boy. I was doing some of the best research of my long and storied career. I told you he's a lecturer. That is until something snapped inside the ghosts and they suddenly got all hostile. If you saw like the classroom that he was into, he's basically like I think in a uni, something like that. We will see that. It got so bad I had to escape from the gloomy manor and hide here where the ghosts can't find me. Of course, I'm not one to sit around and twiddle my thumbs. I wanted to know why the ghosts freaked out, so I settled in and did some research to figure out what had happened. That's when I discovered something truly astonishing. The dark moon had vanished from the sky, and on top of that, the whole of Evershade Valley had become enveloped in an eerie fog. Now I can't be sure, but I think the disappearance of the dark moon is what caused all this mess. And what a mess it is. If we don't do something about it, the ghosts might have this valley and leave this valley and terrorize the world beyond. Worse still, my research will go to waste. We can't let that happen, my boy. Ze. So, Egad thinks that his research is more important than ghosts terrorizing the world. Now I've got news, and I've got bad news. Wait here. The good news is that I found a fragment of the dark moon nearby, but the bad news is that I found a fragment of the dark moon nearby, meaning the thing is broken. And this dark moon piece seems to be corrupted by some sort of energy. The cheese. I reckon it's a disruptive energy that suppresses the dark moon's ability to pacify ghosts, but lucky for us, I've got inventions for all kinds of situations. Stand back, Sonny. So he's cleaning up now the fragment of the dark moon. And the fog is cleaning up a little bit when we do that, so we will see that when we progress into the story. Hey, hey, I've done it, Luigi. It seems to have regained its original power. And did you hear that whooshing noise outside, youngster? Let me check my instruments. Criminy. All the fog around the bunker is gone. Quick, let's take a look at the map of Everside Valley. So this is the map. We press A. We can press skip with the plus. Luigi, did you know what this means? We should be able to reach the gloomy manor now, so we will go to the haunted house and we will vacuum ghosts, you will see in a minute. But more importantly, it means that restoring the dark moon will solve all of our problems. If we find all the Dark Moon pieces, the fog in the valley will vanish, and the ghosts will return to normal. But until then, all those ghosts will need to be contained. That's where you come in, Luigi. Why you're the best? Why? Because you are the best ghost wrangler I know, son. Because they are together since they collaborated in the first game. Ze, I am. I am Luigi and you are a god. Oh, maybe Ze, because I am the ghost hunter, okay? I am Henry Stevens. I am a god and you are Luigi, okay? It makes sense. Coincidentally, you're also the only ghost wrangler I know. Yeah, there's no other, obviously. So, what do you say, young... Sorry. So, what do you say, young fella? Will you help me capture the ghosts and restore the Dark Moon? Ho ho, of course you will. It will be just like the old times, like the first game. So this is the Gloomy Manor, and now we have to use like each section, like they will have many sections here later in the game. So this is the first section, A1, Poltergeist 5000. If we're to restore the Dark Moon, we'll need to get you properly equipped. I've got just the device for the job, but I left it in the Gloomy Manor. Mind fetching it for me, Sonny? So we have to go and take the vacuum for the ghosts. What you are scared of, Sonny? It's just a few harmless ghosts. Well, a few hundred ghosts. And they are not exactly harmless. But look here, with my brains and we're in a bit of a pickle here, aren't we? Well, the only way out of this mess is to restore the Dark Moon. God is roasting Luigi that he's not clever. It is me, and you, I am the brainy, and you the gal. Which means you're going to need some ghost hunting gear soon. But wouldn't you know it, I left my new Poltergeist 5000 somewhere inside the Gloomy Manor. So now that I have cleared that blasted fog from around the place, I'm sending you in after it. Look familiar? This customized DS, it's like the device DS, has an interactive map of the Gloomy Manor on it. It will also allow me to communicate with you while we are exploring. So it's like the 3DS and they put it inside the game. And it's mighty dark in there, so you will want this flashlight. Obviously, thriller without a flashlight, it's not a thriller. Okie dokie. Okay, youngster, let's test the DS. Okay, so can you hear the vibration? So we pick up the phone and now he's talking to us. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and mark an important location for you. Okay, so we have like a question mark here. Okay, so we press continue. That's the garage. I think that's where I left the Poltergeist 5000. You ready, son? I'll zap you to the Gloomy Manor with my new and largely untested pixelator. Let's hope all of the pixels make it this time. Hey, hey. Hold on to your mustache. So we are traveling now. That's the front yard, so Z. We press pause like always. I think I will turn the volume a little bit lower. So I will read you about IGAD.
Garage. Garage.
So this is IGAD. Okay, it says in Japanese he's Professor Oyama. He is the main deuteragonist and the elderly doctor scientist that first appears in Luigi's mansion he is the founder owner of God Science Inc. Incorporation, I guess. So yeah. So that's him obviously. So Professor E. Gadd, full name Professor Elvin Gadd. I thought he was Edwin or Edward here. So he's Professor, full name Elvin Gadd, sometimes Dr. E. Gadd. Dad says that he is Edward because it's me, so it's Edward Gadd, he says. Okay, thanks Daddy. Lipon is well in Greek. Lipon, like Lipon, like well. Okay, yeah, Greek, incoming Greek, yeah. So he is the main deuteragonist and the elderly doctor slash scientist that first appears in Luigi's mansion and is the founder and owner of God Science Inc. A researcher of ghosts since his 20s, he is the creator of the Poltergeist 3000, Poltergeist 5000, and Poltergeist G slash, Poltergeist G dash 00, which allow him and Luigi to capture ghosts. He always speaks in ambiguous and weird gibberish, supplied by Kazumi Totaka, who took inspiration from Animal Crossing's Animalese when inventing the voice, but the translation is always provided in a text box. So, Egad is a short, elderly man with light skin. He has a small, thin piece of white hair and has a round head with light blue, shelly glasses. As shown in certain angles of Luigi's Mansion 3, he has small black eyes. He wears a dark red underskirt with a white buttoned lab coat and wears thin black leggings and pointy brown shoes. So, we learned a bit about him. Now there is his story, like his background story. I'm just trying to find if we have like anything to do with like how he perhaps Professor Gadd puts together a journal of some research for creating a new being made entirely out of the goo energy made from ghosts. Yeah, we have the goo as well. He is doing that a lot. So like is he a professor? Like we can see that for a moment. So okay, so we have a editor and it says early life. Professor Elvin Gadd has had a career in ghost research that spans 60 years as of Luigi's Mansion. His research began with the simple question, what is a ghost? Look here. What is a ghost? He's like a professor like you. When he started his research, he was terrified at the myth of ghosts, but his curiosity was too strong for that to stop him. The existence of ghosts defied the known laws of science at the time, and the best-running theories believed ghosts to be light refractions through dust or holograms of some sort. The professor was not satisfied with this hypothesis, as none of them explained why ghosts could produce shadows or the source of their foreboding laughter. He pondered the answers for an extended period and eventually reached the conclusion that ghosts are real living entities. Real living entities. So it's like with like brackets. How that we call them brackets, right? So yeah. That conclusion rose the question of how do we define a living entity, which led him to continue researching. His research led him to Twop volcano, wet swamps, a type of ghost where stone bodies originated, pondering the ancient mystery how all these stony fellas get there and why they're so darn angry about everything. The professor built the lab on the volcano and began analyzing young dwarfs as well as the dirt and rocks and everything else on the mountain's peak. Before his work was complete, the volcano's annual eruption occurred during the Shrub invasion, causing homes to rain down and destroy his lab and all of his research. Escaping the volcano, he recalled the lab he heard was for sale around Boo Woods and wanted to do some paranormal research, decided to buy it and move there. Inventing the poltergeist, he began using it to capture ghosts and research them in the lab. Of almost 20 years, he developed the ghost portrificationizer, a device which could transform ghosts into paintings by pressing them into visible forms. He began traveling around the world capturing famous ghosts with the poltergeist, bringing them back to book woods and turning them into paintings. He constructed a gallery in his lab to house his ghost collection with. A few days before the events of Luigi's mansion, Professor Igad caught his final addition to the collection, Bolossus. King Boo, enlarged by this, rallied the Boos to break into the gallery and set Bolossus free. The Boos released all of the other ghosts Professor Igad had captured and used their illusion magic to construct a fake mansion for them all to live in right outside the lab in Boo Woods. Professor Igad tried his best over the following days to recapture the ghosts, but the large number of ghosts and trickery of the mansion made it impossible for him at his age. The professor saw a man in red walk past him and enter the lab thinking it was part of the illusion. He went on with his day. So after that we read about how Professor Igad used like Mario and Luigi for his work. Um, we also learn that he seemingly flirts with his sister Herlinda in the ending of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So that's uh, so that's the main story of Igad. So yeah, he gives me very much our vibes, and thanks Johnny for that. Like I didn't think of all this stuff like you obviously do, and thank you, Daddy. So Zé, you must thank Daddy too, okay? You say thank you, Daddy, because he did that for us, okay? How is this thing running even? So we have Luigi. Okay, we press A and have to find out his buttons. Luigi, come on, Luigi. Come in, Luigi. You there, young feller? Ah, there you are. Hold on a second. No. Thought maybe it would fix a little bit the screen because it's very shiny out there. The sunshine makes it shiny and reflects. Ah, there you are. I was worried that the battery died in the DS, but I turned the screen brightness down so it should be good for a while. Oh my god! Zé, did you see that? That's the same thing that I did. Johnny, take Xanax. You look a little nervous, son. Try to loosen up a bit. Besides, tiptoeing about won't get us everywhere. You can run by holding B while walking. Now get a move on. Okay. Okay, so we can run with B. I wanted that. So yeah, we can run. Um, we can't really do anything, I think, here because we need the poltergeist. Helga, what does the poltergeist do? The poltergeist there is pretty much like a vacuum, like a regular vacuum, but you are vacuuming ghosts. Yep, I know. So yeah, it's a very fun game. I will show you. We will play a little bit, and then um, we will um, read the Twilight. Okay, it's very bright. I have to close the curtain. You can't see anything. So see you in a moment. So I'm back, and now it's better. Can I perhaps? Yeah, that's better. I think this is the best. I tried it many times. I will edit this out because I tried it many times. I will keep it like that. Um, so yeah, let's try the door. Can we enter? Um, I really wanted to tell you. I told you I wanted to tell you everything. So I I went to the loo, and like as I did the curtain, okay, and I discovered that I have like my period, and like Helga, how do you feel? Like you said you have the, yeah, that's the problem. Like I went to the loo, and I didn't expect to see anything, and yeah, I saw. And now that I sat, like obviously I wore my pads and stuff, like I'm wearing a pad, and like I'm feeling like contractions now, and I feel like a pain in my abdomen, and yeah, like I have an appointment with like my GP tomorrow. I have like a problem with my my toenail. I have like a fungus issue, and I'm trying to take like proper medication. I was taking stuff from the boots and it didn't really work. Um, so they told me to go to the GP, and I'm going to Orchard tomorrow. And um, yeah, that thing was the worst thing to happen right now. Like to have like a like second day, and being outside of the house is the worst thing for a woman. Yeah, like first, second day for me. Some women are second day the worst. Some other women are first. My first day is my worst in terms of pain. In terms of like um um like heavy bleeding, if that makes sense. Yeah, I am better in the first day. More bleeding I have the second, but the first day it's worse for me for the pain. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if, yeah, I think this frame is better. So yeah, I'm actually feeling like right now the like some pain, like especially in the left side, and that's really painful for me. Like I'm already like losing my mood here. Anyways, I would try to ignore it. Yeah, the perks of being a woman. Okay, I guess we have to look at the ghosts. Okay. So, Helga, what are you eating? I'm not. I'm eating chocolate again. That was it. Okay, I thought I had something more to see. Okay, let's open the door. I will play a little bit, so we will see the game, and then I will read Bella. Hmm. Here. Mhm. No. Here. No. The car? Ah, okay, the car. Mm-hmm. We checked the garage. Okay, he's calling us. Ah, you found it. Good work, Luigi. That there's a new and improved Poltergeist 5000. It's simple to use. Just hold down ZR to vacuum. Before you go hunting ghosts, why don't you test it out on some of the junk in their room? Go on, give it a whirl. So we are vacuum ghosts with this one, so there you go. Okay, okay, we took coins. Okay, treasure box. Okay, we found the key. I don't know where we will need the key, but we definitely need the key. So he's calling again. How are you liking the Poltergeist 5000 so far, Luigi? Not to say, yeah. Just wait until you catch some ghosts with the thing. In fact, there should be a few nearby. Ah, and I know the young fellas are all about learning by doing, but you really should take a look at the guide. Just open the pause menu with plus and then select guide. You'll thank me later. We don't need that because I capture nearby ghosts, so we are capturing ghosts now. As Z, as 2J said, my favorite Greek YouTuber, when he played the third game first time, we are sucking ghosts. You get what I mean, okay? Yeah, it's double meaning. Yeah. Yeah, he said it in English, that's why I'm saying it too. We are vacuuming ghosts. So we actually use that with the poltergeist to take the coin from the picture, but we can't at the moment. So um, yeah, we have a camera. We have. Let's go here first, and then we will go to the main door. The dog. That dog is. I will tell you when I eat the chocolate. That dog Zay is a dog that is like an antagonist in this game, but in the third game he is the pet of Luigi, and that says anything else that my dad says there that he wanted you to know that the dog that the dog that he says the dog that you saw, because he's the pet of he's the pet of Luigi, but he's a ghost is okay. He says because it is, he said the pet of Luigi, but it is a ghost, so it's the dog that you lost. Probably, I guess Leo. I'm just. I think he said. He said the name Leo, but I'm not sure if like is he speaking about Leo? Like is Leo the dog that you lost as you have lost it? Like we have discussed about the dog that you lost, but we are talking about the same dog. He's speaking about another dog. I'm not quite sure about that. That's what I mean. Like I don't know if the dog that you lost um, because something happened. You know what I mean? Is the same dog with Leo. I don't know that, but my father says about Leo. Anyways, um, my father says Pompidou. Maybe I guess he's the same dog. I honestly don't know. Maybe because he says Pompidou and Leo. Anyways, um, you know that's what matters is not what I know. We will discuss about it when we are together. But in the meantime, he says that Claudia released an acoustic version of the τραγούδι, the song Αστερομάτα, and I will share it when I finish the recording. I will share it in my account, so you will listen to it, the acoustic version. Okay. So my father said that because you lost a dog, and he says Leo and he says Pompidou, you know the translation. I guess he's the same dog after all. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We will discuss about it when we are together. But what matters right now is that you you've lost a dog, and Luigi has a dog that is a ghost. Okay, he says this is to remind you that he is always there for you. He's always your pet, and you're gonna see him again one day. And you have to uh, hold fast onto this promise. Okay. My father says, doesn't mean that's his message, for you. It doesn't matter when you will see the dog again. What matters is that it will happen, and you have to accept inside of you that you will see him again one day. But it doesn't matter when. It's irrelevant. The thing that matters is that you will see it again. Helga, what does he mean? He means that it's exactly like the resurrection of the dead in the second coming. It doesn't matter when we will be resurrected and we will be together with the dead ones, and the world will become new again, and like when everything will come to pass, and the earth will become new and the heavens, and death will not exist anymore, and evil and all that stuff. What matters is that it will happen, and we have to have faith that it will happen, because God is outside of time. Obviously, He doesn't have like clock theology like Zeus has. Zeus uses clocks because this is the best he can do. Like he's a creature. Okay, my father is outside of time, and he wants you to believe that when even if time passes and it seems a long time ago, it isn't long time ago in his senses. It's forever. It's like as if nothing changed from the moment that something happened. That is bad. Helga, are you crying? Yes, I am. Like I have problem with accepting that too. I have lost pets, and I can really relate to that. Like even if I haven't really met Leo or Pupido, whatever the dog is, I have lost many cats, and he has helped me with that. Like if you remember the Little Chicken song from the Disney movie. So yeah, I definitely relate to that, and yeah, I say amen to that even myself, even though it's not for me, it's for you. Anyways, let's proceed and say something funnier, I guess. What is that? No idea. Honestly, no idea. We can open the door. Okay, we have to leave, I guess. We will go straight forward, straight ahead, and after we vacuum some stuff, um, I will make sure to let's see the story first. Okay, so what we are seeing here is like the corridor. Obviously, we will go to back in the ghost. So after we play a little bit, I will go back to Twilight. Oh God! Oh, we have to run from the mansion here. Okay. So yeah, I will read after that, and we will play a little bit because I want you to see the game, and hope you are actually like find it useful watching it at night time, because I'm posting night time when I have finished my editing. It requires a lot of my time to edit the videos every day. So Ze, okay, we have to take the fuse, I suppose. So we don't have anything here. Can we open the door? No, we can't. So yeah, we will come back to Bella, obviously, but I want you to just see the game, and you just like find it relaxing because I'm posting on the night time, and you are in need of comforting with the ghosts. Press A. Now we're speaking with the god. Luigi, did you see the green circular panel on the wall? It unlocks the door. All you've gotta do is flash it with the criminy. The Poltergeist 5000 is missing the strobe bulb. You won't be able to open the door without it. Those pesky ghosts must have hid it somewhere. It looks like a little green light bulb. Find it. Post haste. I think he said that, but I didn't. I didn't see it. So we can't open anything. So we have an aquarium here. Zé, this is me. This is me. Anyways, we saw Patrick. Did you see Patrick? Patrick Star. Can we go there? I don't think so. No, we can't. So, I always have a problem with this level. I don't remember what I have to do. I will try a couple of times. Maybe. Helga, you don't remember? Yeah, I have played this 2 times and I never remember what I have to do. I always Google. I never can find it. So I will try second time and yeah, told you. Okay, I'm searching. Okay, I have to go near it, not vacuum it. I have to go there and press a button. I never know that. I don't know why. Run, 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 Luigi. Okay, so we will vacuum some ghosts now. So now we can actually use the flash on doors and portraits and take stuff and open stuff, like with the flashlight and stun. You also stun ghosts like this. Okay. Okay, Egad. Oh there, fella, don't go flashing yourself with that. The Strobab isn't a toy. It's a powerful tool. For one thing, it can activate any of my inventions that feature green circular panels. Yep. And it's mighty easy to use. Just aim and press A to flash. Try it on the nearby door. Okay. Finish. Find the missing Strobab is over. So now we are opening the door. We open the door. Can you see like how paranormal and science coexist somewhere in the middle? Yeah, that's spiritual language, obviously. That's the ticket, Sony, but there's more. The sword bub allows you to stun ghosts by flashing them. Only then can they be captured. Got that? Now go give this paranormal dust bunnies what for. Like, like science and like paranormal are very much like this, the two sides of the same coin. Like, they both explore same stuff but from a different perspective, essentially. And that's why many scientists say stuff that appear very mystical. Many of them speak with spirits. They won't admit it, obviously, but yeah, I have spoken about Darwin, for example. The two sides of the same coin. Obviously, not all of them are like that. I'm not saying that, but Jesus Christ, I saw. God bless, I saw it. I There was a button. Let's fix the camera. There's a button in the camera that cancels all noise. So the microphone is closed, and I actually closed the microphone and I recorded for 5 seconds. And thank God it was just 5 seconds and it was not more. Oh, anyways, so let's proceed. What happened, Helga? I from the first thing that happened was that my camera, my battery it died, and um, okay, yeah, the battery died, and pretty much I had no idea what to do, no idea what to do, how to like restore my footage that I lost. Hiaga, did you lose any footage? I talked for. I didn't move the camera. I talked for about 5 seconds out of the camera. I remember what I said. Just give me a second to find what the fuck I have to do here because media. Ah, okay. Okay. So what I was saying is that we will play the game now as we proceed. um, for about 5 more minutes, and then yeah, we will vacuum some ghosts. This is what I wanted to say, and then we will read Bella because my father is telling me something about you, and I have to speak about that. So, my father says, let's begin with that. Um, let's begin with that. That you think that you forced. Okay. Yes, but is he Like, is this like something he knows, or is this something that you know about him, Dad? I'm searching for the book as well. Okay, my father says that you you think that, let's put Luigi here, okay? My father says that you think that my father says that you think you forced a relationship. This is what he says, and you know that like that's not something that happens in your head and you don't know it. That's what you think. He says, and you think you forced it. That's what you think, and that I want to marry you because you forced me. Jay, even if this is the case, then I don't find where the bad thing is. Like, I don't understand why you think this is a bad thing, because like is the uh, even if that's the case, Jay, and you really forced our relationship, then I like you made me notice you even further. Let's turn this down a little bit. Like, you made me notice you, and that's a good thing, because I also was feeling lonely because I'm an asexual, and I wanted to be with somebody, I suppose, like even as a friend. I was feeling lonely, especially as a mystic, and now I have someone to care, I have someone to love, I have someone to dream that I have a family in one day, you know? Like, like, okay, I'm an asexual, but I'm also a woman, and well, like I wanted to have somebody to kiss me, like I, I don't understand why you see it that way. Like even if it is the case, but I don't think it is the case. Just because you were obsessed with me, okay? Just because you stalk me, that doesn't mean that I have to reciprocate your feelings, okay? So just because I did it doesn't mean that you forced it, okay? It doesn't make sense. But even if that's the case, I don't find why this is a bad thing. You pursued somebody and they took interest and now you are marrying them. So my father says you are not coming back because you think that you forced me. There is no black magic if you are speaking about that, because this sounds like you believe in a form of black magic. No, there's no such a thing. You're not forcing me to do anything. I am a free woman and I can make my own choices and I am an adult. Okay. So my father gave me again the same pages, like not exactly the same page, but I have the same instance in the book, so that's a good thing. Okay, I have like marked the page. Okay, yeah, I found the page, so we continue. Uh, you are better at this than you give yourself credit for. Okay, thank you, Zé. I noted. I have human instincts, Edward says. They may be buried deep, but they are there. We sat like that for a miserable moment. I wondered if he could be as unwilling to move as I was, but I could see the light was fading and the shadows of the forest began to charge us, and I signed. With "You have to go," I thought you couldn't read my mind. It's getting clearer. I could hear a smile in his voice. He took my shoulders and I looked into his face. "Can I show you something?" He asked, sudden excitement flaring in his eyes. "Show me what?" "I show you how I travel in the forest." He saw my expression. "Don't worry, you'll be safe and I will get to your truck much faster." His mouth twitched up to that with a smile so beautiful my heart literally stopped. "So why you think I'm so pretty?" I'm not. Hey guy, are you having any complex? Not exactly, like, okay. Yugi is more beautiful than me, but anyways. Come on, little coward, climb on my back, okay. A bit heavier than your average backpack, I warned. Okay. Um, you're white as a ghost. No, you're white as me. I say, Edward says. I think I should have closed my eyes. Remember this next time. Next time, I groaned. Okay. I'll Okay, okay, okay. Okay, my dad says I have to read you a passage of the book. Okay, I will find it and hold on a second. Okay, I found it. So he wants me to give you many things about that. Okay, I found it. Moment that we're together so that I don't hurt you. I could kill you quite easily, Bella, simply by accident. His voice had become just a soft murmur. He moved his icy palm to rest it against my cheek. If I was too hasty, if for 1 second I wasn't paying enough attention, I could reach out, meaning to touch your face and crush your skull by mistake. You don't realize how incredibly breakable you are. I can never afford to lose any kind of control when I am with you. He waited for me to respond, growing anxious when I didn't. Are you scared? He asked. I waited for a minute to answer, so the words would be true. No, I am fine. He seemed to deliberate for a moment. I'm curious now, though, he said, his voice light again. Have you ever, he trailed off suggestively. Okay, so they're speaking about vampirism here, okay. Your human instincts, I began. Bella, he waited. Well, do you find me attractive in that way at all? He laughed and lightly rumpled my nearly dry hair. I may not be a human, but I am a man, he assured me. Oops. I may not be a human, but I am a man, he assured me. I yawned involuntarily. If I answer your questions now, you should sleep, he insisted. I forgot to mention this, but this is why I continue reading. I am not sure if I can. Do you want me to leave? No, I said too loudly. He laughed and then began to hum the same unfamiliar lullaby, the voice of an archangel soft in my ear. More time than I realized, exhausted from the long day of mental and emotional stress like I've never felt before, I drifted to sleep in his cold arms. Okay, so you want me to sleep with you? Okay. Okay, I can. That's what I'm doing, Zé. I'm staying with you. I'm progressively very tired at night, and I'm trying to keep you company. I'm sorry if can't always do that, but I'm trying. Dad says that you feel very beautiful when I'm taking care of you. He says it for you. Um, it feels um, as if I am like don't know how to describe it. He says that you feel that as if I am like taking care of you like in an erotic way, in a sexual way. I don't know how to describe it. Like as if I am seeing a picture of like of me kissing your neck and you like enjoying it very much. This is how you feel when I'm taking care of you. He says. I appreciate that. Can you see we are vacuuming ghosts now? We are losing hearts here. Okay. So thank you for feeling like that about me. Honestly, Helga, you don't feel like that about me. Um, it's not that I don't feel like that about you. It's that um, I guess I would like to feel like that from your end, but I feel like very protective of you because you aren't very experienced with spirituality. So yeah, that's the spirit, Luigi, literally. Ho ho, oh ho ho, just like old times, old fella. Alright, that's enough for now. I'll bring you back to the bunker. So we finished the level. So, Zay, I know that you... We did it. I know you feel like that about me. Okay, we did third rank. I will continue playing for a moment. I don't know if it will save. Probably not. It will just wander around, I suppose, to speak a little bit. Um, so I am glad you feel like that about me, but hold on, you are very stubborn, Zen. You should hear me when I say something. You made it back, and with all your pixels to boot. Good work, Sonny. We might just make it out of this mess. Let's see what you sucked up with the Poltergeist 5000. Mass 4W. Huh? I had a problem with my controllers. Okay, we fixed that. So, treasure. Incredible, start studying this ghost post haste. Wondering where that pipe goes? All that stuff you connect goes to the super safe vault below. It's a good idea to visit it often to check your progress and see the results of my studies. I've got ghost descriptions, hints. Even its ghost spectral mass. Knowledge is power after all. Okay, I'll scan the gloomy manor in research of paranormal signals. I reckon the ghost that took the other dark moon pieces is hiding in there. Okay. So I will play a little bit around. Okay, and because we finished that, so now that we are properly equipped, let's find those dark moon pieces. Paranormal readings are stronger in the north rooms of the gloomy manor, so we should start our research there. Okay, ready for some more action? Oh, you're a courageous lad. You know, you remind me of myself at your age, fella. Ho ho, those were the days. Anywho, we need to start researching for the rest of the Dark Moon. Luckily, I've got just the invention to make our job easier. I call it the Parascope, a tip-top device that detects and measures distant paranormal signals. In fact, just use it to scan the gloomy manor, and I found some strong activity in the north rooms. That's where we'll start our research. Okay, so Ho ho, you haven't changed a bit, my boy. There's no reason to be scared now that you're equipped with my mighty Poltergeist 5000. So we will go now there. Now details, there is a mechanism that controls the access to that section. The access mechanism is in the foyer. I'll give you instructions once we get there. Continue. Got all that good. Now get a move on. So I will speak about like 5 minutes or something like that about um, this and that about you. So we read that, and Bella is wondering if Edward likes her romantically. You are very attractive for me, for sure. Helga, activate the mechanism in the foyer. Okay. So, do I like you because you are attractive? Um, I like you. I I don't really work like that. Like your question I get is that if I fell for you because you are pretty. Not exactly. I like your company. Do I find you pretty? Yes. If they ask me who is the prettiest person out there, I would say you. Definitely. I would say that I haven't seen a more beautiful man than Ze. Definitely. Helga, do you mean it or do you say that to flatter? No, I'm never lying to people, okay? So no, I'm not saying that to flatter you. Like, of course, I like to do that, but I mean, I'm not lying. I'm truthful. Like, I think you are the most beautiful man out there. But, um, like, okay, I'm not saying lies. So, yeah, but I'm not staying because you are pretty, because I'm an asexual, and that doesn't really matter. So you care about my personality, my hobbies, my interests? No, not either, not exactly. I don't care what you do with yourself. Like honestly, like do whatever. I don't mind. Um, Doing some gemstone hunting on the side, a fella can't say blame you. Those gems are one of a kind, worth a fortune, I reckon. But remember, you've got a job to do. You have time to look at your gems later in the vault. Carry on, youngster. So, I obviously I understand why you would want me to like you for what you do and who you are, but who you are, like your personality. I don't like you because of that. Helga, you don't like my personality, right? Not exactly. Like I have some issues with you, and that's because I expect you to do stuff and you don't. Like I seriously have expectations, and when you fail that, um, let's say I ask you your telephone and you don't give it. Let's say that I ask you to like my videos and my posts and you don't do that. Yes, I am getting upset. Like, for example, I I noticed that today, like I didn't have a like in my story, and that really got into me when I woke up, and I was like, he didn't like it. Yeah, I get affected by stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like I expect you to do stuff. And Helga, do you have such expectations from other people as well? No, no, I don't. I don't give a shit about other people, to be honest with you. Like I don't. I only care about you, and yeah, that's why it frustrates me. And so it's not exactly I don't like your personality. It's like I have some expectations of you, and you don't really do that. Suppose it's not that you don't meet the criteria. And how do you feel when I do that? I get angry, and like because I get I seriously love you and I want you to treat me like I treat you, and you don't really do that all the time. Um, but I have also a like demands from you, Helga. Yes, I know, but you never voiced anything, so I'm not very guilty. Okay? Like, if you wanted me to do stuff to you, you should tell me. Dark blasted ghosts. Luigi, those brutes just stole the gears from the access mechanism I told you about. I'll use the periscope to find them, then you can use the map on the DS to hunt them down. Ho ho, the terrified look on your eye just gave me a great idea. From now on, I'm going to call the DS, that is genius, the dual scream. Z, binary, dual scream. Ho ho, dual scream. Ho ho, you want to open the map in the dual scream and use it to locate the brute ghosts in the West Wing. The map has a whole slew of features, so be sure to mess around with it later. But for now, get those gears back, look lively. So I am sorry when I when you want me to do stuff, but you have to voice them. You always let my father voice them for you, and you can do it yourself too. Okay, that's what I mean. So like one day I saw the hearts now, and that's why I felt like saying that. My father gave me a vision of you. I don't know if it was in my sleep or awake, and you hugged me and I asked you, do you love me? Because I have this insecurity. And you said, you can't be serious. You asked me this question, and I said, I want to know you love me. And then that was like about 3 4 months ago. And as you said that, you showed me your chest, and it was like your chest was actually like a jacket, and you basically opened your chest slash jacket, and I saw your heart bumping, like your organ, your heart, and it had my name stitched on it with like golden like thread. And I remember I was very much like shocked, because it seemed like you live because of me, and that was very like crazy. I was quick to say, nah, that's like my imagination, but because it was very much like very detailed and very like coherent as a vision, I thought that can't be my imagination. That has to be my father. Helga, you weren't sure. As I told you, I have lived with Zeus, and I understand Zeus better than my father for that reason. Okay, so yeah. So Bella wonders about if she's found pretty. So yeah, I like you when you are cute and soft and tender with me and shy even. Like I know many Asians are like that, and I like that when you are like that. But I don't like when you deny me stuff, and that frustrates me a lot. It saddens me a lot. It maddens me then a lot. Apart from that, the other thing that I can say here is that I don't like it when, let's run here. I don't like it when you lie to me. You have lied a lot of times to me, and I don't like that. Obviously, I'm not saying that if you continue doing that, like I don't want to be with you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I want you to behave in some manner to me, and you don't, and you lie, and I don't like lying. I have never lied to you, and you have lied to me a lot of times, like about your job, about where you live, and if you want this to make it work, and you want me to, you have demands from my behavior. You have also to be truthful so that I know what you want me to do with you, okay? Because if I don't, and if you mislead me, you can't really accuse me of not wanting to take care of you, because at the end of the day, I don't. It's not my problem. It's your problem that you are not truthful enough, and you are not vocal enough, and you are misleading me. When you mislead me, you can't expect not even a mystic to see through your words and through your actions, because you are misleading them anyways. So if it's like you expect me to understand when you tell me to go on the left, I will stop playing. Um, you want me to go on the left, and you say go on the left, and you are like, Helga, you should go on the right. Why didn't you see that? How am I supposed to see that if I'm going on the left side? Like you tell me, Helga, I will be in Beijing. Go there, and I go. And you are in like Taiwan, and you are like, Helga, I was in Taiwan, but you said Beijing. You didn't say Taiwan. So how can I end up there? Like, in what sense can I know that? Cra cra parrot. So ontological. Um, so that's the one part, and the other part is you are flattered that I'm spying with you. Yeah, I know a lot of stuff. Obviously, I know intimate stuff about you. I know trivia. I didn't start it. Yago, why didn't you start it? Because I didn't know it was possible. As I said, I didn't know my father very well. I started learning him from scratch because I only knew Zeus. So he started saying stuff about you. Okay. And when I saw that he is willing to do that, I was asking questions, and he was giving me time to process stuff, and he was teaching me how to behave with you and how to be like a good wife, like in the biblical way, godly manner. And yeah, he was telling me stuff like, but he always initiated that because I didn't know to what extent I can do that, so he always initiated that. So it wasn't really that I didn't want to learn about you. I didn't know it was physically possible. So now if I ask him questions, I just wait for him in his proper time. He knows when it is the time to process spiritual stuff. As I said, there's always a time for everything. That's why I'm giving you time to process the knowledge I'm giving you. When it is the time, he gives me clarification, but it's never usually the time I am asking it for, because it's always a time for everything, okay? That's why I'm telling you, learn to live with it, because I'm mimicking my father in that he has taught me this by experience. So, anything else I need to cover here? So I asked what I know. Yeah, I was talking about you with him every single night for almost 2 years, telling me about your past life and how, like, your life in China and details about that. So I know fairly many stuff about Minju, about, hope I pronounced it correctly, about, let's go in another room as I'm speaking. So I know many stuff about your previous life, like your previous job. I know how you settled in this country, your first months in this country. That was like a high schooler back then. What else I know? What else I know? Um, yeah, I know about your school. My father said that your teacher was named Wang. I don't know, but yeah, he said that. So I know about your parents a lot of stuff. I don't like your cousin at all. The woman, that woman with long hair. She looks a lot like you. I think like the person that looks like you the most. I think is your mother. Definitely, she looks more like you from all of them. Um, your father. Have you seen my? I have seen all of your family. Your father seems very old. Is he older than your mother? Helga, what do you see? I see a very old, elderly guy. Like he has I'm not quite sure how to describe. I'm seeing like a black slash dark grayish guy with wrinkles. Does he look like? Not exactly. I wouldn't say. I think he's more dark skinned. Just a little bit. I think like this is the guy that I'm seeing. So yeah, I wouldn't bet my shit that he's your father if I saw him in the street. Obviously, I would bet it for your mother. Definitely, she looks also younger. I've read that women are marrying younger in China back in the days, but I'm not quite sure. So you have to tell me about that. So yeah, I know a lot of stuff. Like I've told you about your house. Like yeah. Uh, did I like doing that? Yeah, I liked it definitely way better than talking about Zeus. I know maybe it's hard for you to accept it, but yeah, I didn't care about Zeus. Like, I'm only speaking about him because it's my job, but apart from that, I don't give a shit. You are my life, and I love to learn about you, like, all those days. And, like, all my discussions with my father all those years were about you, like, nothing else, not Zeus, not anything. Sometimes he discussed Zeus with me, my father, because he knows that I need his help with some stuff, and he was teaching me stuff about Zeus that I didn't know, like from the correct way, like as a prophet, not as like like as a mystic. I mean, like in the truthful manner. He was teaching me stuff like that there is like that Zeus hates art. For example, I didn't know that it was Zeus hating art, so my father said, like, Helga, I love art, Zeus hates art. So we're doing such discussions too, learning me to understand who Zeus is because I grew up believing that it was my father, okay? He was my father, but apart from that, no, we didn't do any other discussion apart from discussing about you, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we have talked a lot about you with my father, like boy talk, essentially. That's how I know you like my breasts. Thank you. I know a lot of stuff about you. Like, yeah, I know the full extent of how much you have stalked me. Here, I know everything. Yeah, everything. Like, if you say no, she doesn't know. Yes, I do. But yeah, we won't say anything on camera, obviously. But yeah, sexy. Anyways, I will leave it here. If I have anything else to cover, I will do that tomorrow. Hope I answered all or any of your questions. So, hope you liked the ghost hunting today, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, and we will talk later in the posts. Bye.